Hey guys, welcome back to NYC Uncensored. So today we have a very interesting topic, and that is body image. So before we get into this topic, I want to start off with a statistic. So 1 in 4 young people have serious body image concerns in 2023. So in saying that, I have a special guest with us, Esther.
Hi guys.
And today we are going to cover some of the key points and factors about body image. And yeah, let's just kind of get on into it. So, the first topic we're going to talk about is society standards. So, what exactly is classified as beautiful and what is not? What's your take on this, Esther?
Yeah, I think society standards is, how they always want, like the models.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always see them on the front page. They're always on social medias. I think that's the society standard for being beautiful.
Yeah.
And, but they don't talk about the real stuff. Like, being a woman, there's a lot of different stuff happening in our bodies.
100%.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think society standards is more like the models we see.
Yeah. And I also feel like Aussie standards is like blonde hair, tall, skinny, that type of thing.
Blue
and
eyes.
blue eye, exactly. And it's like, that's literally only like one part of our population. There are so many other beautiful women that aren't showcased enough in these magazines for whatever reasons, because they just want the same looking people. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong if you do look like that at all, but everyone's beautiful in their own way, and you don't need to have a certain hair color or eye color or be a certain weight to be classified as beautiful.
Yeah, beauty comes in all shapes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like critical to be confident in like your own skin and be proud of like what you look like, whether it is blonde hair, blue eyes, or if it's brown hair and green eyes. I don't know, like either way, like it's special to be confident in your own skin. And I guess like a tip that I have is to be confident in your own skin is recognizing that we only get one body.
Yeah.
And so rather than beating it down and like being so harsh about your body, build it up. Be confident. And whether that means like eating healthy or like exercising, or whether that's indulging in food, either way, like that will enhance your beauty because you're like feeding your soul within. You know what I mean?
And I also think like nowadays I've been thinking a lot, right? Everything in our body, every organ, everything has a purpose,
100%.
And when we're not giving it what it needs, and when we have to replace it with something, it's really hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's doing its thing. So don't let it, like, don't starve yourself. Don't do stuff because your body needs that.
100%.
Yeah.
And like food is fuel, and like feeding your body is also feeding your mind and your soul. And that's so special. And like speaking, I guess, about like physical appearance, like I wanted to talk about body hair, because we see on social media most of the time women or young people have no body hair, they're perfectly shaved, and it's like, why has society built that as a standard to be beautiful? It's to not have hair. Like,
Yeah.
what's your opinion about that?
No, I don't like that either. And I know this because I used to be like that. I used to think like that. Like, oh, I've got to get my eyebrows done. I have to get my up lips done, everything like that. But now I know a lot of stuff right now, but it's like, it's not important at all. And it's a funny example. I just went to my eye doctor last time, and
Yeah.
then I had mascara on, and she said, "Do you have anything on?" I said, "Yeah, mascara." So she was like, "Oh, when you do that, the dust actually stick on the mascara. So it's so bad for your eyes because it gets more itchy." So
I
was
didn't
like,
know that.
yeah. And then I stopped putting mascara because I was like, I don't really,
Need it.
Yeah.
See, I think we do these things to make ourselves feel more beautiful, but like, you don't always necessarily have to do those things. I remember, like, especially in the summertime, when when you're wearing swimsuits, I'd be so paranoid about my bikini area if it's not shaved properly. And like I think for me, like in primary school, I'd get bullied because I'm Italian and I have thick hair, and like I didn't start shaving or like waxing until I was in year 7. And I think at the end of the day, hair is hair, and having it or not, like, doesn't make you less or more beautiful. It's just like your own preference. It's whatever you feel comfortable in your own body and your own self. Yeah.
Yeah, and these stuff, I think up to you, that because you have to be confident, because obviously there will be people who will be like, oh, you should have shaved before you came to the pool.
Yeah.
But then it's up to you how you take that. Yeah,
Exactly.
you have to be like, no, I don't want to. It's my body. It's my thing. I'm comfortable in it. So you don't get to say,
No, 100%. And I feel like as well, like social media, like it's so fake. I'm sorry, but with all the filters, all the editing, it's like it's not really realistic. And like it doesn't show people with acne. And that's like another
Yeah.
topic I really want to talk about, acne, like dealing with it. How do you deal with it? Well, like from my perspective, it's like obviously you can treat it by using face cleansers, sometimes medication, things like that. But like at the end of the day, it's just acne on your face, and that can impact one's life in a really detrimental way if
Yeah. I also had a friend who struggled with acne,
okay.
and I saw her like firsthand, like how bad it affected her, because everywhere she went, even if we went for like grocery shopping, she would be like, no, I have to put some makeup on because I
Wow.
can't go like this. And I kept telling her like, don't worry about what's like, worry more about why it's causing that, like why do you think you're having acne? Because I know so many times it's genetics, but so many times there's stress, there's hormones, there's so many stuff.
100% food.
Yeah, so I was like, don't worry about what's outside, just worry what's happening inside your body. And she would be like,
100%.
like, oh, maybe my boyfriend won't like it if I have acne. And I was like, don't worry about that. If they like you as who you are.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's about the person you are within than on the external factor.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's so much pressure for young people to cover acne. So whether that's using like foundation or concealer, just because, we have to be seen as flawless skin. But like, there is no beauty standards to cover it. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. If it makes you feel more pretty, sure, but it doesn't mean you have to do it just because society's telling you to do
Yeah.
it.
And also like the people we see, or who are like the models we see, the influencers we see, they have so much that help them look like that.
For
There's
sure.
the lighting, there's like makeup, the
Money,
professionals, yeah, and like Photoshop, so much things. So we're following so much unrealistic stuff. And we think like, oh, we're not pretty enough. But it's just we're different. We're
for
not, yeah, we're not
sure.
ugly, we're different.
And I'm sure like on a daily basis too, like their skin isn't perfect. They don't have a makeup artist coming in every day. Like they don't have their hair perfectly done up. Like that's just one part of their life that they are portraying to the world because it's considered to be the best part of it.
Yeah.
But we don't see all the other parts of it. You know what I mean?
And honestly, for me, I think I wouldn't want to look like that, because there's so much that goes. Like, just imagine being 2 hours in a hair salon just so your hair can
I
look good for the day,
know.
and doing that every day.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
time consuming. And I guess
Yeah.
like it's about you finding what makes you feel pretty, not what society tells you that is pretty. It's about finding your own routine, whether that involves makeup, whether that involves no makeup, whether that involves you doing your hair. Like, if it makes you happy doing your hair for 2 hours, do it. But if it doesn't and you're just doing it for the sake of it, you don't need to. I think finding your own, I say self-care routine is so important, and whatever makes you feel good within and externally, just do it. And society will be there, and they will always have their opinions, but it's how you let it impact your daily life that will change. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah. Well, I feel like we've covered a lot of topics in this podcast. So I think that's going to come to the end of this one. Thank you so much for listening, guys. As usual, all the links will be in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to share them with us. As you know, it's anonymous and judgment-free zone. But yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you so much, Esther, for discussing body image with me.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye bye.